Yes, please. Your hair is in the way.
What's you got to do? What?
Oh.
Come on, you.
Two, 1, 2. Hey everyone, welcome to, well that looks a bit too loud, hang on a sec. Welcome to round 2 of the Wednesday Cup. Give me 1 second to turn this mic down a little bit. I'm on my secondary mic tonight because my main one decided to absolutely just blow up. If you have small children around the house, you'll understand how such a thing happens. I've just updated the stream info, so that should say Wednesday Cup now without a spelling mistake. But that's the end of free practice, and we've got Reggie Rogers on top with a 1:21.0. Dennis Taylor just behind him. Our new driver, Lachlan Capel, in third. Pretty decent for a new guy, and we've got Luke Newing in third, so it's a fourth. There's not much covering the field, or at least the top 5 at the moment. Should have a few more joining the service soon enough. We do have 26 sign-ups for this league so far, so if get a few more, I'll be happy with that. But 13, that's half of them. We've got a 1 minute countdown till qualifying. And I'll jump out of this server, as we have to do, and I'll be back with qualifying. We're just waiting to enter the server now for qualifying. It'll be a 7-minute session. And I think his lap time's around roughly a 120 something. So you might get a 3 or 4 laps in. He's just on his out lap now, trying to get those tyres warm. Right on board with Reggie. He attacks his first flying lap. Crossing the start finish line there. Heading into this high speed corner. I don't think there'll be much of just a small lift to get the front turned in. Maximum attack on the way out. Flat through this corner. This here will probably be one of the better overtaking options on the track. Here in the international layout on the BTCC a few times. Cut across. Silverstone will end up down on the hangar straight. A lot of the time it's wide open for these cars. It's a big open track. Slowish kind of car, so they're going to be put to the floor a lot of this time. A lot of the time. Overtaking spot. Here comes the slash. Next up, we've got Cooper Shipley. Quite nice camera angles on this track. Very good. Lachlan Capel goes second with a 1:21.9, so only 2.5 tenths off the pace at the moment. It looks like he's improving on this lap, so we're right on board. See how he attacks the rest of this thing. So very wide there. Not too sure what the track limits are with this version of the track, but I suppose to a certain degree you don't really want to go too wide there, as it compromises your exit down this long straight. Backing it in is Lachlan at the moment, and he's 2.5 tenths up from his previous time. Reggie has now improved to 21.5, so he's got 4.5 tenths to make up. It's a nice clean run through here, getting the car down as soon as possible. Run to the line. It's looking like a pretty tidy lap. He's just missed out the pole there. He's got a 21.54. He's only 400ths off, or 300ths off. Luke Newing, 1:22.0, third, starting this lap. Bit of a laggy moment, big slide. Oh no, I think we're having some lag issues here. Unless he's going Tokyo Drift style around this circuit. It's possible. But not the fastest way to get round a corner with the arse hanging out like that. Dennis Taylor up to third with a 21.9. I think Luke might be having some internet issues. I can see him kind of warping all over the track, which isn't ideal. I'll check his ping shortly. Let's check in with Matt Belton as Luke Newing goes, so he's half a second slower on his personal best there. Let's check out Matt Belton. Had a pretty good round last round. We'll be looking to improve on that, and certainly improve on this time here. He's at a 1:23.4. So he's a couple of seconds off as Reggie's just improved his time by another 4 tenths. We're into the 20s now. And Wilson is in the server. I wonder if he's going to get out on track. There's not enough time for him to get out on track. He'll be starting from the back. Check in with our newcomer Tim Smith. I wonder if he's on a hot lap. He's another newcomer, Dave Shan. We'll go to Shan. And he improves with a 1:25.6, so not too bad. Anyone else? Cable still on track. Looks like he's down in the first sector. And he's pulling out of that and heading back to the pits. He's probably happy with that on the second row. Luke Newing, can he improve? He cannot. 1:21.9 is the best he can do. Matt Belton now coming around the final couple of turns. Looks like he's down on his delta. So he improves. I think as well as last man on track. It's 127. So good qualifying session from everyone there. We'll run through the order. We've got Reggie Righteous on top with a 120.9. That is quick. Denz Taylor not far behind, less than a tenth with a 122.0. Lachlan Capel 121.5, so only half a second off. And Luke Newing fourth. Matt Belton fifth. Cooper Shipley sixth. Lachlan Grant seventh. Ollie Longley a 124.0 in eighth. Tim Smith and Dave O'Shan make the top 10. Angus Wells, Blake Rain Keane, Thomas Wilson didn't get out of the pits. Not sure what happened there. He joined the server late, but he'll be here for the race. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is qualifying. So we will be back in 1.5 minutes with race one. All right, I've missed the start. Here we go. And they're away and racing, and it's a pretty even start from everyone there. I've left my car on the grid, so I will remind myself to get rid of that once the action settles down. But Denz has got a great start. He's going to try and poke his nose up on the inside of Reggie. Looks like Reggie's going to take the lead with Lachlan Cable slotting in to second, Denzel Taylor third, Luke Newing fourth. Belton having a It'll go around the outside of Newing. And they've all got through cleanly. Very good start. Now I'm going to get the grid. Very good. I'll join the front of the pack here. So we've got Reggie giving the toe to our newcomer, Capel. He's just letting him know he's there, definitely just poking the nose up the inside as Reggie runs wide here and has really left the door open for Lachlan Capel, who's just happy to sit behind at this point. He's all over the back of him now, making him sweat now into the Vale. The left-right chicane and then the double right-hander back to the start-finish straight. He's certainly giving him the hurry up from behind, is Capel. This will be a good little battle here. We've got Reggie charking it into the right-hander, into the left. Lachlan Capel is trying to set up maybe a bit of a switchback here. Nobody's going to send it around the outside. Reggie's disappeared. Well, that was very strange. He just sort of warped in and out, and now he's behind Capel. Interesting. But as they go down the hanger straight side by side, that's given Denz Taylor a lot of encouragement. Oh, he's going to cross back to the inside. Is Capel. Can he get on the brakes hard enough? He can. He slips back in behind Mr. Righteous and play on, boys, until the next one. But all this battling has brought Denz Taylor back into it. He's only a couple of tenths off him now. A little gap forming to the next two cars in Ewing and Belton. Oh, bit of servo lag there. I don't think he actually got that close. There's a nice little battle forming up here. We'll go back to Brett, who's having a bit of a lonely race. Shipley, Longley, Shannon, Wilson are all nose to tail. It looks like Wilson's made up a few positions as he was starting from the back. And right on board with Wilson and see how he navigates 10 and 9 cars in front of him. Gets a good run until the pack straight. He won't even need to sit in the slipstream here. He can just pull straight out, get that inside line. Now all he has to do is find his braking marker. He should have that position in the tool bag. Yeah, easy as you like. Bit of a slide there from Oliver Longley, which is going to give Wilson another look. We've got a bit of a lead change here, so we're going to swap back to Reggie Righteous, who has given the lead away to Lachlan Capel, but he's not going to let him get away. Still only a tenth behind. There's Denz Taylor now riding on board with. Gets a front row ticket to this battle for the lead. And these boys are certainly going at it hard now. With the race only being 12 minutes, there's not much room to be too patient. If you want to get the move done, you want to have to do it in the hurry up. Sort of an exit can Reggie muster here. Not quite good enough, so he's just going to have to sit behind our race leader for the time being. Staying in the tow. Big slide from the leader there. Cable's got the arse end hanging out on that. Reggie goes for the dive up the inside. Capel gives him room. There's a bit of rubbing. This is almost Sergio Perez, Leclerc, and Hamilton last year at the F1. I just want to say it. Through goes Taylor! Going into turn one. Never mind my poor David Croft impersonation. But Taylor looking from the outside here. He's just gone wide. He could have would have liked to stay with them there and had a little look up the inside. Well, as he does, just has a little go up the inside, but it looks like Righteous has the momentum. And back to how they were at the start of last lap. So Denz is looking very racy from behind there. He's got a lot of speed, and he's actually got a good run on both of these cars here. He might even have a look at a dive for the lead. Oh, he's gone off onto the grass. Wisely done not to crash into Lachlan Capel there. But all that fluffing around on the grass has left him vulnerable to Mr. Righteous, who slots back into second, and there's a big slide on the way through. Okay, that's now, I don't know what lap we're on. We're on lap 5, starting lap 5, and this is the biggest gap that we've had between our top 3 places. So we're going to go and check on Lachlan Grant now, who's sort of posturing up behind Belton. Belton goes wide, so now it's a good opportunity for Lockie Grant to make up some room here. Crashes over that sausage curb. I know how good the suspension is in these little 86s, but I think you can really give them a bit of a flogging over the curbs. Fairly softly sprung. Looks like that gap to the lead is starting to narrow, under a tenth. Reggie looking for a way through. Big slide from Capel there, and that's brought Righteous right up underneath that tiny little rear wing they've got. Trying to do it under brakes, and he's gone for the big send. He's licked the stamp. There's a bit of contact, but because of the way the track goes, and a bit more contact too, because of the way the track goes, Capel had the inside line after that send from Reggie. It's all about that. A bit of rubbing is racing in these slower cars. They're all going to be fighting over the same bit of tarmac, so you can expect a little bit of bumping, but nothing disrespectful so far. He's going to be looking to get this good run down onto the straight. I'll tell you what, these camera angles aren't that great. We're going to go with this one. He's right up under the bumper. He's probably going to have another look into maybe the Vale, or here comes Denz. Just pulls out of the slipstream last minute. He's covered off. Oh, Denz is out. He's around. He's onto the grass. And that's enough to put out about a second gap now. And that might have been not been the right time to do that with 2 minutes left in the race. Wonder if he can make that second up. But I'll tell you what, with these two battling, I reckon he'll make that time up very quickly. It's Reggie now. Let's see what he can do coming into turn 1. He's got the overlap. Racing room given. Both drivers being very respectful, using all the track there to lead the two just to hold on to this number 1 spot. Reggie's going to have a look up the inside, a big dive under brakes, bit of contact, bit more contact. Oh, it's all happening here, the boys. He's going to have, oh, look at this. This is starting to get a bit, oh, and look, I told you, Denz is back around on the outside. That might have been enough. Now Denz is back in the second place. Well, these are going to be some beat up looking Toyota 86s. Now I don't know how good the damage model is, but no, there's not even a scratch on the side there. But in real life, they'd be all bent up and scratched. But now it's Denzel Taylor's turn to see what kind of pressure he can put under our leader, Lachlan Capel. Looking back through the field, and we've got Lachlan Grant pretty close to the back of Matt Belton now. And they come into the final chicane, and he's right there just hoping for an opening. Hoping for just a little bit of light that he can sneak up the inside of one of these next few turns. I can't remember if it's an extra lap or not. This could be the final lap. And that gap's gone out to another 4/10. So he might have done enough here, Belton. Depending on how he handles this next corner, which I feel like is the most important. If he can get a nice exit from here out onto the main straight, or the main hanging straight rather. Well, there's been a change for the lead here. Denzel Taylor has now taken the lead from Lachlan Capel. I don't know what happened there. He must have had a bad exit there, I suppose. But he's relinquished the lead, and now a 1 second gap. There could be some damage there or something. He's losing time fast. He might even be vulnerable to Reggie here, unless he might have cooked the tyres or something. But I guess we'll never know, thanks to Assetto Corsa not really having that recall function. This is the final lap now, so it is +1. And no, that's it. Is that? That must be it. Says the race is over. Yeah, I think they're finished. So Denz Taylor takes the win out of absolutely nowhere. He was sitting third most of that race. Took advantage of an opportunity and comes through for the win. Lachlan Capel in his first outing in AK racing, very impressive. Had a lot of speed, had a lot of racecraft. Him and Reggie were really going toe to toe there, swapping paint for the best part of that whole race. Luke Newing coming across the line in fourth. He's going to drop a little doughy for us, maybe. No, that's it for him. Belton coming across the line in fifth. Lockie Grant sixth. Wilson seventh. Not a bad recovery from last, but he'll be looking to improve on that with the next race, which is a reverse grid. Shipley eighth. Dave O'Shan ninth in his first outing, so very good work from him. Ollie Longley 10th. Angus Wells 11th. Guy Duff in 12th, and Blake Rankine 36 seconds behind and a lap down, so I don't know what happened to him. But he's had a bit of a shocker, but at least in the next race he will start from pole. So we will be back with race 2, which will be a reverse grid in about a minute and a half.
We lost.
You gotta get in there or you're gonna miss out altogether.
Bloody hell. Alrighty.
I'll give you room, boys. Don't stress.
You let me win the race.
Okay, and we're back for race 2.
And he's still on the body.
26 seconds to go.
Like, get rid of your car this time, would you?
Yeah, I will.
Stress me out.
And we're back for race 2. 10 seconds to go. We've got the lights are on. I'm missing a car on the record. And they're away and racing. It was a great start from Guy Duff. Just going to go straight to the lead with Rankine in second. Wells and Longley now battling out. Let's see if they can have a clean run through this second turn here. Pretty good. It looks like Newing's around. Belton's off the track. Bit of chaos going on there. Rankine just turning into another car there. You've got to be a bit more aware, son. Use that car radar and see when there's other cars around you. One of the things we try and promote here at AK Racing is hard but fair racing. That's why we use such apps as the Helicourser. You can see what's happening around you as far as other cars are concerned. But anyway, Capel pulling back through the field, and he's got his sparring partner Reggie Righteous just next to him. His timing tower is doing weird things because Rankine is certainly not first. Guy Duff is first, followed by Ollie Longley, who's had a great start, and that is my car on the grid. Wow. I'll apologise to those guys after the race. Good going commentator. Anyway. So we'll follow Righteous around. He's got Capel in front of him. There's a fair bit of action between these two last start, so I expect that to continue. Lockie Grant right behind them. You get a good view of them all coming down the hanger straight here, where slipstream is king. If you can duck in, sit right behind one of these cars in front, you can get a good run and make up some ground, as Wilson is doing so now on Shipley. Ben's Taylor. That's Cooper Shipley in front of him. He's just gone straight through there, so he's going to hang it around the outside. A bit of bumping and shoving. Gets to the apex first, so he's going to have a bit of a run off through this next section. I don't know if it's the best place to poke your nose in through turn 1, but if you can hang in behind, you'll definitely have plenty of opportunities into turn 3. Which is what he's going to do. He's just going to sort of set himself up and try and have a look down the inside here. Later on the brakes, gets the car turned in, gives plenty of room. Can he have the momentum to hold that overlap until they get back into this next bit of straight? He does, and Shipley's giving him plenty of room, but still just has that momentum, so he's going to have to just slot back in behind and hold stations for now, as Lockie Grant is all over the back of Ollie. He's probably got most of the car up the side now and just needs to find that brake marker. Ollie's certainly broken late there. I think he's just run it well wide. We'll have the inside for the next turn. Lockie might want to hang it contact. No harm, no foul, play on. Just a bit of rubbing. Cagle sets the fastest lap of the race. 1:21.4. And is 1.5 seconds clear of Reggie Rogers. Duff in third, second behind. And Lockie Grant, who we're following now, sitting fourth. Bit of a battle starting to brew down the back here with Shipley just trying to hang on to our race one winner, Denz Taylor. Certainly got plenty of pace in that Petronas branded Toyota 86. 002. So if Shipley just sort of just tucks in and gets a bit of that slipstream action. Denz is certainly looking for it. Got it there off both those cars. A little assist. They're going 3 wide down into this turn, and Denz hangs it right out wide. Right on top here and see his plan of attack around both these two cars. Is he going defensive there? No, he's just letting Ollie know, hey mate, I'm here, I'm in your mirrors. I won race one, so if you want to do the kind thing and step aside, but we know Longley's not going to do that. He's not going to give it up lightly, but as I say that, just didn't have the straight line speed to stop Denz Taylor there. Now he makes his way up behind Thomas Wilson, who we know has got pace. He did make it late into the service, so he might not have had as much of a warm-up in practice as the rest of the guys. As we get Blake Rankine getting a drive-through for speeding. He was in the pits anyway to start with, but Denz Taylor having a look, maybe going around the outside of Wilson here. Wilson just placing his car perfectly there on the inside. There's nowhere for Denz to go. So we're just going to check into this battle at the lead. It's these guys going at it again. So they've had a bit of a read of each other since the last race, so we probably know where's a good place to make this overtake. Tried a couple of times at turn 3, it hasn't quite paid off. So it might be worth just sitting behind, trying to figure out where the strengths and weaknesses are of the number 23. So he's going to have a big dive down the end of the 23. Squeezed. Just enough room there on the inside. Using up every bit of road available. I think here is the opportunity. Coming into this turn and this hanger straight. And then the turn at the end. I think that's where you probably want to be setting it up. Slot in behind, get that slipstream. As you can see, it's quite strong. He's getting a toe. See the toe just gets stronger and stronger. Both cars very loose. As they come down into the Vale. Just keeping an eye on these other battles back in the field, but these two are the closest on track at the moment. We've already lost a couple of cars from the first race. I don't know what happened there. This is a 3-race race weekend, race night. So good of people stuck around for all 3. As I've said before, Married at First Sight is a very inviting bit of entertainment. So and that gap's gone out to about half a second. It's probably not ideal for Reggie. He's just going to sit back and have a look. We're going to go back now to Wilson, who's now right up the back of Lockie Grant, looking for that last position on the podium with Denz Taylor right on his tail as well. So they're going to be going 3 3 wide up this Anchor straight by the looks of it. And can't tell how far Denz is up there, but it's not quite enough, and Wilson comes over to cover him. Good defensive driving and awareness there from Wilson to know that there was a third car in that battle. Certainly not over this battle. I've got a feeling these three might be gearing up for the rest of this race to be quite competitive. Wilson opening up the gap now, so out to 7/10. Check back on these guys. There's a bit of a position swapping going on here. Oliver Longley down the inside behind her. That's a nice view. Who is it? Shaggy Smith is someone that loves a curved view. Hope they're watching, because that would have really scratched their itch. Longley now up behind Shipley, and Duff now looking to come back at the Subaru painted. I guess it's a Subaru BRZ. The only one in the field of Toyota 86. We've got a swap for the lead here, so we're just going to check in on what's going on. I can only assume a bit of rubbing. Yep, look at this. It's okay. Let's. Oh, he's just sent him off. What's going to happen here? Will he redress? He's Cable. He's off. And he's a second behind. Okay. Well, it's a shame we didn't catch what happened there. So I know they've been sparring. A bit heavier sparring than what you probably want. Looks like. No. Okay. So let's play on here. We'll let those guys decide what happened in the voice chat. I'm glad I'm not in there hearing what kind of abuse is happening, but we don't promote any of that sort of stuff here. It's meant to be a fun series, so the guys they can race hard. But at the end of the day, the point. Oh God, I don't know what happened there. That looked like a bit of server lag, and he's out. Duff has just been okay. He's having some internet dramas there. He was out of the server and then he was back in again. So warping can be an issue. Angus Wells sets a personal best of 1:27. And we'll check in with our closest battle on track now. So Taylor and Wilson. Then sets the fastest lap of the race at 1:20.0. So going well faster than they did in qualifying now. The boys are they're all warmed up. Denz is on a charge. 4th place isn't good enough. So he's going to be throwing everything he can now at Wilson, but Wilson's a crafty bugger. He'll be there, he'll be aware of it. There's only maybe 2 or 3 laps left in this race. So he's just got to position his car in the correct way, and he'll be looking at a podium for himself. This is Denzel all over the back, so we're just gonna ride along with him now and see what he can do with the remaining time, the remaining laps. Just showing the nose to Wilson. We're also having none of it, just sticking to the preferred racing line and actually built a bit more of a gap out there between. unless something happens up ahead. Cable's only a second behind, but he has made up about half a second, 6/10 now in the last couple of laps since that little incident they had down in the third sector. So we'll just I'll talk to the boys afterwards and see what actually happened. There's Denzel. Now he's got the slipstream coming down the back hanger straight. Wilson comes across to cover him. Denzel tries to hang it wide. It's not going to be enough. He's going to have another look. Oh, there's a bit of contact there now into the Vale. He's got a good run now coming up into this last turn and into the pocket straight. Very much a good running. Yeah, Wilson just wisely covers him off. And that was the last lap. Okay. I'll write that down. There is no extra lap. Anyone would think I set this series up. Don't even know how long the races are. It's good stuff. Reggie Righteous takes the win under somewhat controversial circumstances. Might have to get a bit of a driver briefing there to see what happened. Cable in second. Wilson third. Taylor fourth. Lockie Grant fifth. Shipley sixth. Longley seventh. Ewing eighth. Be a bit disappointed with that. He was, I think he started on the second row in the first race, so he has had some pace. I do remember he did get turned around early in this one, so a bit of bad luck there for him. Guy Duff had some internet issues. Hopefully he can sort them out. Matt Belton crossing the line in 10th. Angus Wells and Blake Rankine 11th and 12th. So we'll be back with race 3, which will be a 17-minute race, the longest of the evening, and it will be a reverse championship order. So we'll find out who's where very shortly. And we're back for race 3. Just make sure I have my microphone turned on. I do. We're back for race 3. I've got to remember to get my car off the grid again this time. Yeah, Guy Duff's having a bit of an internet issue there. He keeps sort of flickering in and out. But hopefully we can get a clean race this time. Right on board with Rankine. We'll get his view from the back. Yeah, Guy Duff in and out. But anyway, we're set for a start. And the lights on the grid in reverse championship order. And we're off and racing. It's a very tardy start from Blake Rankine again, so good enough start here. Looks like Oliver Longley's coming straight up the inside. Blake's going to lead into T1. Goes a bit wide, and it looks like there's a clean turn 1. A lot of, yeah. Oh, Blake. Oh, Blake, oh, Blake, oh, Blake. Anyway. Guy Duff now holding Longley at bay. He's just turned across him there. It looks like Wilson coming up through the pack. Cooper Shipley turning across someone there. I think it's Matt Belton that got taken out again. He's not having a good time tonight, getting a bit unlucky. But Angus Wells is our leader, coming down the back straight, and now I will remember to get my car off the grid. As Wilson goes up the inside and will almost lead. There's a bit of argy-bargy happening. Not many cars on track from what I can see. They're all sort of going off, pushing and shoving. Oh my goodness. Bit of chaos to start with. Yeah, the cab rankings are really bad on this pavement. So it'd be nice if that regardless, Angus Wells still leads with Luke Newing, who's had a great start. Coming up to second, Wilson third. Dennis Taylor's picked his way through the field with Caden behind him and Andy Grant. Reggie's just found a bit of trouble, I think, at the start of that race. Angus Wells doing a really good job holding off. Looks like Wilson. I'm going to go 3 wide. I'm not going to see this. I'm going to have to go manual cam here for a little while. Right on board with Wilson. They're going to go 4 wide. We've got 4 wide across the track now. Anything could happen. Reggie has got the ideal line up the inside, but Wilson breaks the latest, holds it in, and that's Wells dropping off the track with Newing as well. Wilson just thinking, the seas have absolutely just parted here. Just going to edge it up the inside. Good respect shown between him and Reggie, but Reggie having the inside line for the next turn has now made up a number of spots in that one sector. But our leader now, Capel, he's shown good speed tonight. It's his first race with AK Racing. Certainly welcome new drivers to the grid. There's a couple tonight. Him and I know the other new guy has had enough, but that's all right. Might hopefully see him next week. Bit of battling going on down the track here. We've got Wells that's dropped off. Shipley has had a problem there. He was in the dirt. And poor old Dennis Taylor is back to 10th, so there must have been he must have had an issue as well. Maybe all 3 of these guys got caught up actually because they're a fair way off the rest of the pack. We'll check back in with this little lead group of 5 cars, all within a couple of seconds of each other. So I'd say the fireworks are going to be just starting to heat up. A bit of understeer there for Newing, not ideal. As he takes a fair bit of grass through there. It's probably borderline taking the piss, but we'll see how he goes. Reggie Righteous with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:20.9. He's chasing down his old mate, Capel, and they came together last race, so I expect there to be some very serious, maybe some aggressive driving coming up right now from both of these two. So we're just going to keep an eye on this battle for now because, as I said, anything can happen. I don't endorse aggressive driving at all, but sometimes you're in the heat of the moment and that red mist descends and people take things personally. And I feel like there's a bit of needle between these two blokes already. But that's racing. We wouldn't be here if we weren't competitive. Just biding his time now, just having a look, keeping in that slipstream. Maybe what he wants to do ideally is force Lachlan Capel into a bit of an unforced error. As Wilson sets his personal best of a 20.9, so he's closing in on the back of these two. So that will that'll be a three-way battle any second now, and he will have the advantage of the double suck going down the back straight, which is a fun time for all, really. Can't argue with a double suck. Matt Belton now all over the back of Oliver Longley in his Subaru, giving him the hurry up. Bit of bump drafting happening. There's nothing in between these blokes, but he's just going to pull out of the slipstream last minute, try and use his brakes to his advantage, but Ollie's having none of it. He says, I'll just brake later than you, take a wider apex, keep my momentum, and keep you in 7th position. But Belton wants to reply straight away up the inside of the Vale, but as you know, with chicanes, you're on the inside of the first one, means you're on the outside of the second. He has got the better run here, so he's going to have another little go into turn 1. Pulls out of the slipstream, but sort of loses the car a little bit. Ollie's gone wide, so this is going to be all the encouragement that Matt needs now to take that place. Ollie looking for a switchback, but Mr. Belton has just held it off and covered that apex off nicely. So well done for that position there. Now we'll check back in with our leaders. Reggie's still sitting behind Capel here. He's got a bit of a run happening now. He might pull out and send it last minute. No, he's sensibly decided he's going to try it elsewhere. He's going to stick with him, put him under a bit of pressure, and try and force that mistake. Wilson just sort of dropping off the back now. 2.5 the gap out to Thomas Wilson. As you can see him there in the background, he's really working that car hard. Just wants to stay in touch because, as you know, when you've got a couple of guys battling as hard as these two have been, you have a chance of cleaning up the scraps, as it were, if there's any sort of contact between these two. Wilson just biding his time and licking his chops really at seeing these two going at it. Alright, and we're back for this will be the 7th lap. Starting the 7th lap now. Just the width of a Flea's appendage between these two, and has been for pretty much the last 2.5 races. I feel like with 6 minutes to go now, it's going to start to really heat up in here. Just turn the aircon on. I'll be working up a sweat. I don't know about these two boys, but I reckon they've got the fans on and all air conditioned. Wilson just dropping off the pace just ever so slightly. A 10th here, a 10th there. He's really hoping for these two to start putting proper pressure on each other. It may not happen. I think maybe Reggie's playing a bit of a patience game here. Really getting the sense of where Capel is strong and where he's not so strong around this track. A bit of an opportunity there with Capel sort of losing the rear end. He's got the run here and he might have a look up into turn 1. He's got his car halfway alongside. He's going to try and brake later. Capel hanging it around the outside, but they're both giving themselves room. Reggie's going to have the inside line for this next slow right-hander. Let's see if Capel can return the favour. He's looking, but he's going to have to just relinquish that and sort of back to the drawing board. With 5 minutes to go, now he gets the advantage of the suck, and we'll see if he can answer pretty much straight back. He's got a great run now. Reggie choosing not to go defensive. He's just going to drive slowly and try and squeeze him up to the inside. Maybe look for a bit of a switch back. He was looking for that switch back. The problem is he's on the wrong side of the track now, but as you know with a chicane, if you can get far enough along the inside, a bit of rubbing, a bit more rubbing. Oh, the boys, they're into it now. This is it now. Wilson closing right up on the back, and he's got the best view of this. So we might just hang on with Wilson here and see what he sees, basically. Just having a look if there's any other. Well, the guys just did identical lap times in that last lap. Both 1:22.5s. Wilson now half a second behind, and really not needing much more encouragement to put his 86 in the driver's seat, in the box seat. Probably just out of range of the suck too, so he's just losing a little bit down the straights here. Reggie's got 3 minutes to... Oh, big slide. That's going to leave him very vulnerable now. He's going to run him right out of road though. Little bump from Reggie. Not quite defensive. Oh, that's a late dive. Bit of contact. He's going to have the inside line. These two are racing really hard. Oh, it looks like a lot of fun. That looks like a lot of fun. Get me involved. I wonder if I can commentate and race at the same time. Probably not. But anyway, Capel's got the inside line for turn 1. Reggie's going to try and stick it around the outside, but that is just not possible at these speeds. He's going to have to slot in, and as you were a lap ago, boys, and you tell you what, they'll both be wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, and full of sweat at this point, thinking, when is this checkered flag going to come? As they line up again, what's he got? 3/10 off. He's probably safe for now. I don't know if the suck is going to bring him into contention on this lap, but I'll tell you who is right there is Wilson. We're going to get a good view of this. These two battling hard. Wilson just biding his time now. Maybe thinking where he could get a double overtake. Reggie looking up the inside, bit of contact, and that's all the encouragement Wilson needs. He's going to take Wilson through. Looking, Cable just sort of plants his car in the perfect spot, and there was just nowhere for Wilson to go, even though he had the better run. Oh, this is all happening here. We're going to go back to Reggie, and we can watch all three attack their way through T1, a bit of slip angle, and we're coming across a lapped car of, I guess that's Angus Wells, and just, oh no. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy, do you? As a rule, fellow racers, if you see 3 leaders coming up behind you battling, you really just want to get out of the way. Especially if you're last by a minute and a half, there is no reason for you to be in there. So Angus, take this as a learning curve, mate. Keep an eye on your relative. Make sure if the leaders are coming up behind you, stay well out of it. Because you really don't want to be that guy that's just ruined a really nice battle here. But the boys are back into it. There's a 2-second gap to the leader. But these guys are going to be battling hard for the next... Well, I guess there's one more lap because they're going to cross the line with about 10 seconds to go. So we're going to one more lap. And this will be the final lap now. You can't fault this guy though. Capel's been driving like a man possessed tonight. Really great racecraft. Knew when to be aggressive and when to sort of let Reggie go through for a couple of times, but he was always in control and knew he could get him back. Wilson and Reggie now battling out for the second spot on the podium. There's a bit of Van Gisbergen there, gives him a tap on the exit, which is going to slow him down for the rest of the straight. But Wilson wisely sort of parks his car in the middle, and he will go defensive if need be. Reggie's going to send it. He's just out of range. Wilson goes wide. This is going to give Reggie a clean run through. Wilson trying to get back into the slipstream to maybe try and fire it back into the last section. He's going to hang it around the outside. Oh, almost. Uses every bit of the track and more, but it's just not enough. As Lachlan Capel in his first outing wins the race, gives the boys a flash. Well done, Lachlan Capel. Very good driving there. Reggie Righteous will have to consolidate for second. It's a real shame that these three couldn't have been in touch that whole time. Bit of unluckiness, bit of bad luck with the blue flag sort of getting in the way there at the end. But these things happen. We're just out here to have a bit of fun. But he's certainly celebrating, chucking the arse out on that 86. Wilson gives him Righteous gives him a flash on the way through. Taylor comes in 4th place. Newing 5th. Belton 6th, and giving us a little smoked show with donuts in that 84. Looks nice. car number 84, I mean. Cooper Shipley coming across, well, he's gone past the line in 7th. Longley in 8th. Grant 10th, 9th. He'll be disappointed with that. Grant's one of the better drivers around here, so he'll be looking to improve on this start next week. Angus Wells in 10th. Rankine and Duff were both DNFs. And yeah, that concludes the evening. Thank you to everyone who showed up and all the viewers out there. I don't know how many watching, maybe 1 or 2, but you have to put up with my dulcet tones for a couple of hours. So if you're still sticking around by the end of that, then you'll sit through anything. Thank you very much. 17, you're joking. Thank you to all those 17 people. And we'll see you next week, same time, same bat channel for Wednesday Cup in... Let's have a look where we're racing next week. I'll just find the calendar. We're off to Sandown. So back to an Aussie track that everyone knows and loves. So that should bring some good racing. All right, and then, so yeah, until next time, signing off.